Stand through center as we begin to journey into Hoya, the heart of the beloved. We find a wall here. In front of this wall, what appears to be a dead rose or a dead tree, these woody stems, where perhaps life once flourished, but it doesn't seem that it was joyful. Life was forced to grow here, under the pain of this crown. We feel the grief here, keeping up this wall so that you don't see the grief, don't see someone crying, the shame of being seen in their grief. Is what is being hidden. The shame of the grief, and yet looking at the grief is actually how we release from it. So allowing safe passage for this here through your field. You can open to witness your grief without being swept away, without being destroyed. As I open to witness and realize it does not have to change me, or alter me or affect me in a negative way, you also find that you are safe to explore this that we find one another here. We find the ability to connect beneath the grief. My fear of taking you deeper here, that you will reject me because you don't want to go here and feel these things. And yet if you were to go deep enough, you would find solace here. Such a powerful feeling of being able to sink to the depths of this and not get swept away by it, anchoring in here. I bring myself here, allowing you to bring me here. I will not fear the love that I have, that I feel, that you trigger within me. There is rest here as the waves gently lap against my body, making me aware of the pain I hold inside. It is not the waves nor the depth that cause the pain. It is the treacherous journey to reach this place within that we confuse with the destination. Holding yourself here as a beacon to bring the light here, to witness you, to see you safe here within your depths, safe within the depths of your emotions, safe within the depths of your psyche. Within the depths of these waters, the clarity that starts to resorb from the mind, being pulled out from the mind. This reversal of the milky waters that flooded the mind. This matriarchal tone, but this matriculation into this matriarchal range. Feel this building, this angst, this resistance that comes in through the field and anchors within the gut and causes this anxiety and causes the repelling. this washing through the field, this tyranny, Tarakokoshai, of the beloved, Tarakoshai, that is experienced, this tyranny that is experienced then through the beloved, Tarakoshai, Charakoyadaki, Tarakoyadaki, Jarakoya, the separation that was experienced from my own soul, Tarakoshai, as I entered into this realm, in through this body, Tarakoya Chashai, the heartache, the heartbreak, Tarakoshai, the frustration and the grief, Tarakoshai, that this caused internally, Tarakoshai Chashaki Chahoya, unable to fully commune, Tarokosha, with my own self, so that anytime there is something I am desiring that I feel I cannot have, it triggers this, Charokosha I within, Chahoya. It's disappointment and frustration, Charokoya Daki. It feeling blocked, locked out, pushed away, Charokoya, from the thing that I most desire. Chara ota I chashiche I niki tiatokoya. The hoya dahi. Let's come into the base of the brain. There's a lot of burning. Tarokokosha I. Tarokokosha I chahi chahoya dakai. Charokoya daki. Toya daki chanokoya daki charo okota I. Tarakosha ai charakoya da kai do toya da hi. Charo o shoshoya. Coming into the back of the head, into the left side of the gut, charokokosha I. Allowing the pain of separation, allowing yourself to feel this. All that arises. Okay, let's come to the right side of the head here. This throbbing pain. As the brain starts to encode this in through the heart, in through the physical expression, in order to manifest separation over and over. Tarokokosha I, because there is a signal here that this is painful, we need to avoid it. Charokokosha I, so that any energy that feels that it will bring us what we need is simultaneously then rejected through the capacitance of the mind. Tarakakasha I charokoya. Why do I push away the very thing that I desire? Why do I have this resistance within me to this? Charo o yadaki. These deep aching tarokosha I. It's like throbbing energy in the back of the neck, the base of the head here. Very, very intense. Jarokosha I, affecting into the heart. Tarokosha. Okay, let's come into the heart of the fetus. Tarokosha I. Within the womb. The panic. The panic that was already here. Shataki. These empathic sound waves, Tarokosha, it's almost like picking up on a beacon, Tarokosha I, of an energy that was rejecting, Tarakokosha I Chashaki, either rejecting themselves or rejecting you directly, Tarokosha I Charo Oko. Although it feels like before the mother would have even known she was pregnant, so it's a subconscious or an energetic persistence, I, that you are unwanted or not welcome. Let's see where this is emanating from, through the front of the crown here. It's coming from beyond the mother, and yet it's deeply tied into this maternal process in some way. Let's come into the conceptual ranges here. Okay. Tarakosha I chara. It's almost as if the cellular body is programmed to emanate tones of rejection into its womb. Darakai chashakoya daki chahoya. Feeling this through the left temple as well. Bringing the light here to the left side of the crown. I'm also hearing obesity, so weight gain. Darakosha I charakoya. As a way to dampen this sensation. Chara oya dakai chashaki choya dakai. Buffering, an attempt to buffer. Dao kosha I chia honoya da hai chi. Hai chi. This cruelty through the tones. Darakai chasha oyana I. Chasha oyana I. Clearing through the backside of the heart. This becomes self-infliction. Jarakokosha I. Demonstrated, as was demonstrated to us through the energies. Jarakokosha. We painstakingly develop this capacity within ourselves through this transmitted range. Taro, let's open beyond here now. Taro kosha I. There's another range we've never really seen before, but if we were to describe it, it's similar to where we have seen these Orion tones through the masculine range. Now, this is like the backside of something. It's like a white tone in contrast to this black tone here, charoko, and yet equally destructive, if not even more so. Chara okosha I chashaki. It's through the races, charakosha I, through the maternal races, charakokosha I charaki. They were forced to carry this through the womb. Charakota I, charakoya. Almost like a branding of sorts here. Charaota kai. It's interesting the images I start to get of pregnant women wearing these aprons, tying right at the waist. It's as if there is a tag or a brand then. But it's only over the left side, and it feels like it's only the left side of the womb that is pregnant. So it almost starts to feel like a deformity or something that is shameful. Branded tarakosha here through the left. Tarakosha I chakoya. The left wing. Tarakokosha I charakoya dakai. Okay, coming back to these ancient tones here through the Templar ranges. Finding the masculine tones of conception, chara o ono oyada ki, where these were stripped, this communion with one's creational urge, darakosa I, creational capacity, creational urgency, jarakokosha I, which really is about connecting with something, this urgency to connect. Darakosha I, to evolve, to grow. Darakasha I chaya. And how that impulse has been somehow labeled within as not just dirty, it's darakokosha I. Again, a sense of shame attached to this though. Darakosha I chaya. Inverted shame. It is something that is so powerful and precious, and yet internally, because of the energetic dynamic, it is rejected. And there is a deep sense of shame when this ignites. This draw, this desire, being magnetized towards this, is felt as shameful. And then this drive to label or find reasons in order to explain the sensation, which then causes the rejection of this very thing physically. Chara o da ai chashaki. Being ashamed of one's own deep desires to create, to grow, to build. Chara kokosha ai. To commune within one's own self. Capacity to deeply love one's self. Tarakoya daki charakoya. Arriving home here, charakokosha I, setting these coordinate tones through the field. Tara I chaoya takai. Allowing this to anchor. Charakosha I chiatakai. As it is so.